This is how you're going to recover from arthritis, either osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. Now, we already said that it's the inflammation of the joint. So what causes the inflammation is what you're going to deal with. Number one, any processed foods. Food that you see have preservatives, additives, expiry dates. Those foods are processed. That means 90% of what the supermarkets are selling. Avoid that. Number two, inflammatory foods. Any foods that cause any form of inflammation, starting with the wheats. Any form of wheat. I said the modern wheat is adulterated because even the version of the wheats in the farms is not the it's not the indigenous. It's the modern one that has been changed through the GMOs so as to suit the market. So you have to do away with that wheat because gluten will inflame your system. Number three, all forms of seed oils. The canola, the sesame, the sunflower, the safflower, the cotton oil, the corn oil, all forms of seed oils, do away with them because the unsaturated fatty acids, we said, will actually push or even help the mutations to be more. All right, so do away with seed oils of any form. Use the saturated fats, the lard, the soy, the ghee, the coconut oil, and the yeah. And then you also need to do away with, I said you do away with smoking. You unfat. And then anything else that you're using in form of drugs that affect your kidneys, such as one, drugs that are presumed to reduce the pain for arthritis, such as the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, the NSAIDs. The problem with NSAIDs is that it reduces the renal perfusion. And what's that? It is the pumping or the transportation of blood from the body to the kidneys. When that is inhibited, it means the kidney cells will start to die because there will not be transport of nutrients, there will not be transport of oxygen, there will not be transport of immune cells to go and fight infections in the kidney. And this means that you'll also start suffering from urinary tract infection because transport of blood towards the kidney has been impaired. Secondary to use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs such as the ibuprofen, such as the diclofenac, aceclofenac, celecoxib, naproxen, meloxicam, pyroxicam, and all of those other drugs that you use over the counter. So you have to drop all those because they'll kill your kidneys, and then it will be difficult for the kidneys and the adrenal glands to synthesize the natural steroids that helps you fight the overactive immunity. The other thing is that you have to drop all of these synthetic steroids that you're using. The prednisolone, the dexamethasone, the inhalers, including in treatment of asthma, because asthma treatment is managed. It's actually not treated. It's managed by use of steroids. All of these steroids that are found even in asthma drugs, the budesonides, the beclomethasone, the dexamethasone, the hydrocortisone, all of these drugs, you drop them. If you are under injections for arthritis, avoid them. Avoid them because they are also going to mess up with your adrenal glands. And the moment you show your kidneys that you can get external shots of steroids, it goes to sleep. It will not produce the natural steroids that are supposed to help you handle the autoimmune hyperactivity. Therefore, you have to drop all those drugs. You also need to fast, particularly the prolonged periodic fast. Why? Because for fasting beyond 48 hours and above, you go into autophagy. And autophagy refers to the cell cleansing. All the dead cells that have been killed around your joints. As the body is trying to look for sources of energy, it will gather all those dead debris and then convert them to useful energy by the cell, by your body, by your brain, for all the functions of your body. Therefore, in this process, you'll get rid of the old cells and then you'll leave space for the regeneration of new cells on your joints. And then when new cells are generated, you reduce the friction between the bone to bone. All right? In extreme situations of these rheumatoid arthritis and arthritis. You may need the painkillers, yes, but you should not take them for prolonged duration. Edit your diet, edit your lifestyle, so that you can help handle the cause and not manage the symptoms. In extreme situations, you may need surgery, such as the synovectomy, where they remove that whole synovium using surgeries, or they join the bone to bone, which now leads to the immobility. You'll not be able to to walk properly. But you know, even when one bone or one joint has been handled, if the cause of the rheumatoid arthritis or the arthritis has not been handled, other joints may fall or may be affected by the same arthritis. Therefore, handle the cause, don't manage the symptoms for a short duration, particularly by shedding weight. Because even if I tell you that exercise will help you handle your arthritis, it will be challenging if you're overweight or you're obese, because now all this weight will be pressed or will be subjected on your joints as you try to move, as you try to run on a treadmill, as you try to jog. So if you're obese and overweight, exercises should not be focused. Edit your diet, edit everything you are doing, drop all those drugs that you don't need, and focus on fasting and rehydrate during that fast. Don't do dry fast, because dry fast will actually kill your kidneys. So that is the easiest way you can do, and that's the easiest way you can enjoy life.